Before we lived on this land, the buffalo roamed free along with the native people. Tribes gathered not just in celebration, but to share and solve problems together. One example is returning the salmon back to our rivers, a plan for 7 generations and beyond. Today, we are faced with the challenge of trash. Some examples are open dumps, illegal dumping, and excessive junk scattered around our reservations. Unfortunately, tribes have no place to recycle, so the waste keeps growing exponentially. The waste is either dumped or hauled away, or worse yet, burned. The good news is we are building 4 new recycling centers in tribal communities to reduce the waste on reservations. In Old Harbor, Alaska, I witnessed trash being taken to an open pit and burned. This brought the majestic Kodiak bears and their young cubs to the dump to feast. To enact change, I became an AmeriCorps member to bring recycling to our village. Currently, I am a 4th grade teacher for the Coeur d'Alene tribe, and I cannot teach recycling to my students because there is nowhere to take recyclables. My work with AmeriCorps led me to the Tribal Solid Waste Advisory Network, also known as TSWAN, where I am the executive director. I have a growing staff of 4 to serve 31 tribes in Alaska, Idaho, Oregon, and Washington. We are known for our training and peer-to-peer networking. But this project is finally getting our hands dirty in recycling. TSWAN has founded the Tribal Recycling Alliance by creating these pilot recycling centers at the Kalispel Tribe, the Spokane Tribe, the Confederated Tribes of the Colville Reservation, and the Coeur d'Alene Tribe. A few of our partners include the Nez Perce Tribe, Washington State University, the Pollution Prevention Resource Center, and the EPA. Our plan blends traditional ways that we care for the land with modern technology so we can have a cleaner future for our children. An added bonus will be the creation of jobs and youth internships within our program. Using a modified hub and spoke model, we will bring the 5 tribes together and gather enough materials for an end market. Our goal is to eventually have a processing center in Spokane. We are working with the WSU engineers to find a mutually beneficial end market for vendors and tribes alike, like using plastic and asphalt or glass for landscaping. But there are many hurdles, like the 445 miles between our tribes. Keep in mind that recycling is not part of daily life in rural areas, especially on tribal communities, due to the lack of infrastructure, the low population, and the high cost of recycling. Recycling isn't a profitable business, but the Colville tribe has shown us ways that it can make money in a remote area. Unfortunately, it was all lost due to a wildfire approximately 6 years ago. All that remains is a cement pad. The time is now for us to help them rebuild and become a role model once again. This summer, the planning of our sites began, literally from the ground up. In the spring, we will start collecting our recyclables and begin our in-market research with WSU. In 2028, we will turn the programs over to each individual tribe. Our hope is each tribe to create a self-sustaining program, ultimately protecting our land for future generations. While we have grants totaling $1.8 million from the EPA and USDA to get our program started, we didn't anticipate the hyperinflation of the last 3 years. Basic costs have increased, creating a shortfall in salaries, fuel, and equipment, just to name a few. For this reason, we are seeking an additional $218,000, as well as partnerships in our supply chain, our technical support, and the transportation of commodities. With your help, we can supply the tribes with the tools necessary to reduce waste and protect their land and water for 7 generations. Kuyana. Thank you.